What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another series review, an indie animation review. Today we're taking a look at the newest indie animated pilot on the scene on this app that you're watching this video on. We're right here on YouTube, and we are taking a look at Catching Up, which is a new indie animated series by LS Mark, who is also a YouTuber. He also does movie reviews, and he is one of my inspirations for doing movie reviews and being a commentary channel. Like, he is one of the YouTubers which I watch quite often. He's one which I like, and he has loads of cool videos, so definitely go check out his channel, and definitely go check out Catching Up after you've watched this video, because I'm going to quickly run through it and review it for you guys. He has done quite a few videos on this already, going through the creation process, going through the character process, and it is all really interesting, so like I said, definitely go check him out after you've watched this video. But Catching Up, it starts with a cat and a rat, or a mouse, in school, and they go home. The cat just wants to chill, he just wants to have a nice day watching TV, and his mouse friend walks over to his house and he's like, yo, let's go party, let's go have a good old night out on the town on a Friday evening. And he's like, no, his mum forces them to go. They then get on the bus and go to this sort of party, disco, sort of rave cave, and they get there, and neither of them are having a good time. The mouse is very naive and thinks everyone likes him, and he's trying his best to get girls, and they ask him to hold their jackets. So he says yes. So he spends the whole night holding people's jackets, and he's slowly but surely getting more and more agitated as the night goes on. They end up splitting up and going off to do their own thing, and he's just carrying the jackets, and he's trying to find a way to palm the jackets off, put the jackets down, and sort of go away and do his own thing, but he can't because he's got these jackets. He gets more jackets given to him as the night goes on as well, which I thought was quite funny. Just everyone thinks he's like a jacket rack, and just a character they can walk all over. He ends up at the end of the night by yelling at these two girls, who sort of obviously gave them the jacket, and pretty much has a good night and walks home with the cat. The cat's night, however, goes slightly different. He tries to sort of chat to people, tries to interact with people, but is horribly wrong. His social skills are fucking terrible, and he does not know how to act at all. He gets weird looks, he gets weird stares, and he just excuses himself from the situations, and he sits with the sort of drunk kids who actually have alcohol, and he gets given alcohol and he drinks the whole bottle. So he is fucking hammered, he's fucking smashed, and the mouse comes over and wants to leave, so they both go home. He throws up outside, and that's when they argue with the two girls, which I do believe is a raccoon and a possum, or a cat and a possum, and they step on the coats, they go home, and they have a good night, and they sort of learn a valuable lesson of, you know, you don't have to do all these things to fit in, you don't have to do all these things to be cool, you don't have to get everyone to like you, and you can't let everyone walk all over you. The animation style is really, really good. It fits LS Mark's sort of brand, it fits his animation style, which he does use for his animated sort of film reviews and show reviews and sort of talks and sort of video essays, which are really good. And his character designs are also really cool. We have very interesting sort of designs. We have some references to Sonic, Peter Griffin, and Brian Griffin in the background. We have loads of other references to other media in the background, which I think is really cool. The jokes are solid, and it is my humor. It fits my humor perfectly. I laughed at like most of the jokes in this. I thought they were funny. I watched this with a smile on my face all the way through. This reminded me of like one of those sort of regular show cartoons where they sort of can get away with these sort of more adult jokes, and that is what indie animation is. It's your own project. It is what you want it to be. It is your story that you're trying to tell, and you can tell it in whatever way you want to do. And because it's here on YouTube, and because you're your own boss, because you're the one producing it, you're the one making it, you're the one funding it, you can make as whatever creative decisions you want. You can make all these characters do and say whatever you want. It's your creative dream. It is your creative perspective. You can sort of make it how you want it, and that's what I like about this. It is just so much more creative freedom around it, and you can do what you want with it, and it just feels fresh, it feels different, it feels new, and it is a new indie animation which has its own sort of idea as well. We've had demons, we've had cowboys, we've had robots, we've had digital circuses and imps and other indie animation ones. We've had Rockstar Dogs. This is another indie animation which is its own story and doesn't feel similar to any of the other indie animated like movies that I've seen on this channel, or on YouTube as a whole. So it is really, really good. It's got its own unique style, its own unique animation style, and like I said, it's an indie animation. It is your style, your sort of dream, and it won't look like anyone else's because it is yours. It is your story that you're trying to tell, and this one has its very unique personality. I really do like that, with this really cool animal world, so it makes it feel child-friendly, and it makes it feel like it is a kids show, but then it twists expectations by alcohol use and swearing and mature jokes and adult references in the background, and that's what I like about it. It is just a really good show. It is a really good pilot with a lot of good sort of animation styles, really good story beats. The story is pretty basic. I am going to be honest. It's just them going to a bar and having a shitty night. And for a pilot, that's all you really need, because it introduces you to the world, it introduces you to the characters, and gets you familiarized with the rules of this world as well. And that's what it needed to do as a pilot. It needed to hook you in, get you introduced to the characters, get you familiar with the characters, and get you wanting to watch it more. And that's what it has done. It has got me wanting more. I want more from this series, and there is, I do believe, a Kickstarter for this series where you can go and support it. So again, if you do go and want to support this series, there is a Kickstarter which you can go and sort of pay to support to get new episodes out faster. So if you want more episodes, get more episodes, go check it out, go support it any way you can. I do believe there is a plush for the cat guy as well that you can go get on the LS Mark sort of shop, like his merch page, I think. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head if that's actually true or if I'm just bullshitting right now. I'm pretty sure there is a plush. I'm pretty sure I've seen a plush of the cat somewhere. Yeah, there's a plush. There's a plush. You can get a plush from somewhere. And the animation, like, it was really good. Like, it was very fluid, it was very smooth. The art style itself we've already spoken about, but I'm on about like the actual animation of like the characters moving around, the progression of the story, the use of like keeping your main character or the point of interest like center of the screen so you don't have to move your eyes. I like that, and it uses all the rules of animation very well, keeping your eyes focused on what they want you to look at, and having like subtle details in the background that aren't really necessary, because you're not supposed to be looking there, but if you do look there, you have a little treat, a little extra detail, and it sets it up really well as well with the animal designs. Like, obviously the bad guys are like the wolf, like the bullies are the wolf and the predator animals, whereas the smaller ones, being the cat and the mouse, obviously have their character tropes, with mice being stereotypically quite happy. If you think of Mickey Mouse, think of Minnie Mouse. Can't think of any more mouses. But like, they're normally stereotypically happy, very helpful, very excited, very sort of optimistic about the world. And stereotypically cats are very nonchalant, really sort of don't give a shit, really don't want to be there, really sort of moody and like, hey, just fuck off and leave me alone type. And we do see that with these characters. We do get these sort of animal humanization. I forget the actual word for it. It's I can't think of it. There is a special word for it where like animals are being like humanized and given human like emotions, and that is what we see here with each of these animals, especially with like the wolf being a predator, being quite cocky and very sort of sly towards the main characters. And see, that's what we like. Even the villains, like the raccoon and the possum, they are very trash-based animals, so having them treat people like trash and sort of just be very trashy humans is, again, very simple, like very, very basic character tropes, very basic character ideals, but that what makes the world interesting and makes it fit the vibe. Like it gives us what we expect, but it also subverts our expectations in other ways with like the sort of introduction of booze, the introduction of alcohol, and some characters don't act like they look. Like there is some other characters in the background which do obviously not act like they're stereotypical animals. Like I think there, I forgot what animal it was, so this point is fucking meaningless because I can't back it up with anything because I completely blanked. My mind is blanked. It's also funny with like the rules of like the clothing and like which animals wear t-shirts and shorts, which animals just wear t-shirts, which animals just wear shorts, which animals are Winnie the Poohing it, which animals are Mickey Mousing it. Like it is very interesting because there is no real sort of rules for what clothes they can wear or what clothes they have on them. Like, you know, every animal has like different clothing and different clothing set, which again just adds to the uniqueness of this world. And I definitely highly recommend you check this out for yourself, and I can't give this anything less than a 8 out of 10. It is a really good story, it is a really good animation, and even the voice actors are really good. That is something that I didn't mention throughout this video. Like the voice actors are really good and they're really effective as well. They are using like really high quality mics to sort of make sure that there's no echo or any other sort of interfering sound. Like everything feels like it's real. The world is really smooth and it just works. It works. So definitely go check it out. It is a really good animated series. Well, really good animated episode. And when this full season does come out, I'll come back and review it as a whole. But this is just the pilot one to get the word out about this episode. Other than that, bye-bye.